watching boxing for the last couple of weeks. I will have to say I've been a little disappointed in a lot of these matchups, and in particular, one fighter that really gets under my skin is Jake Paul, and I don't like that dude at all. I don't like him in the sport. That's the reason why you never really hear me. I don't really make predictions on his fights, or I don't really do like reactions to post after the fight. I did the one with him and Tyson because Tyson is one of my favorite fighters. But I mean, let's be honest, y'all. Let's be real. An old Mike Tyson still beats Jake Paul with his eyes closed, man. I don't care what y'all say. All right, yeah, we know Jake is a young boy. Dude, he just started boxing, man. There's no way you expect me to believe a dude that just came into the sport from YouTube, trained a little bit, never had any real fought anybody with a pulse. You expect me to believe that he easily outboxes a guy like Mike Tyson that been boxing since he was a kid, a former world champion, was the youngest heavyweight champion. Come on, man. Like you got to know that they told Tyson to take it easy on him, man. I don't care if it was a 65-year-old Mike Tyson. Right? Period. You know what that was really about. It was a money fight. It was a spectacle. And I'm not, mad. Mike took the fight. Got him bagged. Can I really blame Mike Tyson for that? Nah, man. I mean, I blame Jake Paul and all these people that let these dudes in the door. These kind of fighters that fuck up boxing. Then you got him fighting Chavez. Chavez was a real boxer. His daddy was. And I think Chavez was even, Chavez Jr., he's had issues with drugs over the years. He pretty much gets in the ring to get bags, yo. But even with Chavez Jr., you can't expect me to believe that a real pro boxer would would get beat up by a dude that just came into the sport. I don't buy it, bro. I mean, the fans of Jake Paul buy this shit. That's why his fan base transferred over from YouTube. That's the reason why his fights earn a lot of money. That's all it is. Because I guarantee you, real boxing fans ain't watching that shit, ain't paying for it. Put it like that. I didn't even watch the Chavez fight. I just saw like clips of it. And it looked like Chavez was told to hold back. Jake Paul is pretty much just a troll. He's a boxing troll. That's all he is. Now, with that being said, Deontay Wilder, he ended up getting a stoppage win over Tyrell Herndon, and that's not Wilder that we knew. That Wilder's gone. It is. As much as a lot of us don't want to admit that. But here's my proposal, man. How do I think, boxing is in a weird shape right now. You can argue that Turkey Al-Sheikh is shaking things up and he's making some things happen. Even with him, there's a lot of things I don't like from him either. The things he's trying to impose and trying to tell boxers how to fight in the ring, and like, who the fuck are you? That's just my take on it. But Jake Paul, listen, Deontay Wilder, while not looking himself, I think Wilder he's the one that could save the sport, bro. I think so. Let me tell you how I think. This is what I think should happen. Since Jake Paul likes lining up fights and pretty much before the fight is even, when they making his fights, he's already negotiating and telling these dudes, listen, man, I just came into the sport. I need to look good. So take it easy on me a little bit. Let me punch on you for the whole fight. I'll let you get a couple of shots in here and there. But ultimately, let me whoop on you the whole 12, or just let me knock you out for this bag. That's pretty much his gimmick. Now, how about, I don't want to see him fight fucking Tank, man. I mean, let's be real. That you have two gimmicky fighters, because Tank is a gimmicky fighter too. Fuck what y'all tell me. So you got a real boxer who's a gimmicky fighter, and you got a fake boxer who's a gimmicky fighter in Jake Paul. How's that gonna work? Who's supposed to win that? We know who's supposed to hold back from each other in that fight. Think about that for a minute. You got a lightweight, and you got what's Jake Paul? What is he? What weight class he fights in? Is he light heavyweight, 175 pounder or something like that? Now, if that's a exhibition fight, who wins? The money man, probably Jake Paul, right? Now, does that make any sense? Jake Paul beating up on Tank Davis. Now, I'm still trying to figure out how that fight is even gonna look. I'm trying to imagine the outcome of that. It's not making much sense, dude. It's not. He's either Tank is gonna let Jake Paul beat up on him. Jake Paul not gonna get no stripes for that. He's a little dude. Or Tank Davis is gonna be whooping on Jake Paul, right? And I don't think they're gonna let that happen. It's gonna make Jake Paul look bad. So, the likely outcome of that will be a draw. Mark my words on that. I think the only thing I would say about Jake Paul fights, you probably can make a lot of money off of them if you pay attention to the gimmick. I'm gonna say it here and I'm gonna say it now. If Tank fights him, that fight is going to be a draw fight. It's going to be a draw, so you better put some money on that draw, because it's going to be fixed, and it's going to be a fix to a draw, because neither one of them they don't want to. They have egos, so Jake Paul don't want to look bad in the ring. Tank Davis don't want to look bad in the ring. So it's going to be some middle ground. They're going to be punching on each other. Tank going to look like some superhuman being beaten up on the light heavyweight. Jake Paul going to pity pat him, probably hold back from knocking him out. Bam, there you go. They both making a big bag, and then right into a draw, potentially into a rematch. Mark my words on that. Now back to Wilder. He hasn't looked himself. How about Jake Paul lining up with Wilder, man? Line something up with Deontay. Yeah, I want to see that. Big man. He's bigger than Jake Paul, right? That's more of a realistic look than a Tank. So how about let's get Wilder in there with Jake Paul. Now, here's where I say Wilder can save the sport. It's gonna be the typical rules and regulations. Okay, Deontay, hold back. Make sure you throw that right hand in another direction. Make sure it don't land too close to my chin or whatever. Make sure you throw that missile off path a little bit. Let me punch up on you. Make me, let the boxing world know Jake Paul ain't nothing to play with. Let me touch you up, bro. For this big ass bag, man. Come on, bro. Come on, let's do that. And Wilder accepts the terms. No doubt, Jake. You got it. It's your world. And fight night comes, Deontay Wilder throw all that shit out the fucking window and knock his fucking head off. That's what I want to see. I'm talking about knock his block smooth off to where Jake Paul is so scared he don't even want to box no more. Knock him back into YouTube. Knock his ass back into the YouTube streets. Get him up out of here. That's how we gonna save the sport. And then Wilder's image is gonna go sky high, because he gonna be known as the real rebel. He's gonna be living that rebel life. Yeah, he went off script for the sport. Knock his fucking head off. That's what I want to see. So that is one fight I would pay for. Deontay Wilder and Jake Paul. Let's see that. That is who he should fight. And that will And if he goes off script, oh man, would I love it. Deontay Wilder would be one of my. He's already one of my favorite fighters, but I was skyrocketing him right to like top 5, yo. Get that dude Jake Paul the fuck out of here. What y'all think? It's Rebel Light Boxing. Catch y'all later.